Hello, hello, hello. We are having our weekly live. We have it every Wednesday at 12:30. And so I'm very happy to be here and we're going to talk about working smarter and not harder. And one of the things that especially in the legal profession, too many attorneys are tied, or I'm going to say the word addicted, to their email. They're addicted to their social media. They're addicted to the ringing phone. So the whole day is spent starting something and then going over here, answering a call or texting or checking on social media. Every time that you stop, every time you stop and you allow yourself to be interrupted, it takes you between 3 and 5 minutes, even 10 minutes to get your focus back. Okay, where did I leave off? Or what was I thought? What was my train of thought? Our minds, they said that our minds today are hold the attention span of a goldfish. So we are not able to focus. So what does that end up happening? That means that you're pushing yourself at the deadline. You're working late. You're working evenings. You're working weekends. You're working all this time when you don't have to work that way. And you believe your lies that this is how work goes. But what the problem is not working smarter, which is learning how to focus your brain so that you can get the most done in the least amount of time. You can drag your day out or you can freaking get your work done. And it's that simple. And I see it time and time and time again how being drawn off to a phone call or whatever. I mean, we have a course, and I'll put the link. I have actually it's a free course, and then there's one that's like $200 or whatever. But there is a formula for getting your heavy lifting done in 4 hours a day. You would get more done in 4 hours a day than your 10 hours that you're working, because once you learn to focus. So in our formula, it's very similar to the Pandora method, but it's actually going into work, getting in there early, getting in before the phone rings, not checking email, and working for 90 minutes, getting a specific task done. Getting into the office at 8, 9:30. By 9:30, you have gotten a big chunk of work done. And then if you take a half an hour and even an hour, okay, now I'm going to check my email. Now I'm going to check my phone calls. I'm going to check my social media. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to check in. And then you go back. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to dive in for another hour and a half. And if you did that 3 times a day, let's just look at the time, that how it would work. So let's being generous. Let's say you got into the office at 8 o'clock and you work to 9:30. Maybe you take 1 hour for phone calls, emails, checking in with your assistant or paralegal or any kind of thing. Then 10:30 to 12, you get another hour and a half of work done. And then from 12, say to 1, you go to lunch. You get back to lunch. You work from 1 to 2:30. You have gotten 4.5 hours worth of work done. 4.5 hours worth of work done that I would like to make a bet with you is more than what you would normally get done in a whole day. And the reason being is because you are being distracted. You are allowing the goldfish mind to work a little bit, be interrupted, check email. Oh, there's an email. Oh, there's a this. I'm there, etc. That. When you're working, you can allow an hour and a half before you return a call or check an email. It's we don't allow our social media, email, and phone calls or clients to rule our schedule or rule our day. So if you did that, let's just say, for example, you were able to do that, and by 2:30, you've gotten more done than you normally would get done in an entire day on a brief, on a demand, or whatever it is that you're working on, trial prep for and litigation, prep for a arbitration, you you would get a lot done. Then at 2:30, what happens at 2:30? So we talk about the 4-hour workday. Well, we're now at 2:30, go work on those long overdue projects. Work on your email. Work on company meetings, meeting with your staff. 2:30 to 5, 5:30, then you walk out the door. And you've gotten more work done. Now, we're not saying after 2:30 you won't do billable things. You might talk to a client, you might work on a brief, or you might do whatever. You might check emails, you might answer. So there's still billing to be done. But we're talking more about the quality and the quantity of your work and how you can get the most work done, how you can catch up on all the things that you're behind. And in addition to that, leave and get home in time for dinner, not being stressed. You're stressed. Why? You're stressed because you're allowing the tail to wag the dog. And what do I mean by that? That means that you're allowing emails, phone calls, clients, interruptions to rule your day instead of you allowing your day to rule your schedule, to rule what gets done. It's a painful thing. I see it over and over again. I talk to attorneys all the time that go into the office and start checking email, then start looking, start moving things around on the desk, and then here's my secretary needs something, or here's a question, a client, or this or that. Oh my God, it's noon. It's noon, and I haven't really gotten any billing done. I haven't gotten anything done. Okay, I'll really hunker down, when I get back from lunch. So you go to lunch, you come back, then there's more emails and emergencies and things to be done and interruptions and all of that. You look at 2:00. 2:00, I haven't hardly billed anything. What am I going to do? Okay, now it's 3:00. Okay, now I better really get some stuff done. Oh, now I'm working from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But now I'm stressed. The best part of my mind isn't available because now I've been stressed all day. So we have to find a way. We have to find a way to do it differently. I'm telling you, it's kind of like a discipline. When someone is like they're training for a marathon, or I don't know if any of you are athletes or anything, or you're training for anything. If you're training, maybe you're going to play pickleball or you're going to play tennis or whatever. When you first start, it's not easy. It's not easy because you're used to doing it the old way. Your muscle is no muscle training. There's no ability to really get these things done. But I'm telling you, if you can allow yourself to try going in and doing the Pomodoro method, or the method that we suggest. And again, we believe that if you can work 90 minutes, and some of you may I've had clients, honestly, that we had to go back to working an hour, or working 45 minutes, and then taking the break and then getting back. But you've got to find the time that you state for yourself. I am going to work this amount of time. I'm going to get this amount of work done. And I'm not going to take any, you let people know, put a sign on your door, tell your secretary, tell your paralegal, send your phone on to voicemail, whatever you need to do. Turn off your device, do whatever you need to do. Turn off your notifications on your computer. I am in charge of me. I am in charge of my work. I can work for 90 minutes without a interruption. Train yourself, just as if you were going to a marathon. It's that difficult because your mind is going to want to go all over the place. I've got to go to the bathroom. I got to go get some water. I got to get some coffee. I got to do whatever. Sit your rear end down, work for 90 minutes. Get up, take an hour, 30 minutes. I recommend 30 minutes, but you can take an hour if you have like a lot of emails or whatever. Then go back. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to focus on this brief for another 90 minutes. Your brain is going to start to be trained that when you say focus, it's not going to want to go and look at email. It's not going to want to go check social media. It's not going to want to be interrupted, which it does now. It will start to focus. So if you can apply these things, I'm telling you, your whole career will change. Your stress level will change. Your health will change. Your happiness in your family will change. Your ability to focus and listen to other people. We don't even listen to each other anymore. We're so busy being distracted. Our minds are so distracted with the reels and everything that goes on with everything like this, get to the point, where we can't just like slow down. I am going to focus on this right now. For 90 minutes, I'm going to focus. So anyway, I think that this will help you supercharge your productivity. It will help you create work-life balance. And there will be these will be time-saving tips for you to get more done in less time. I'm telling you, you can. Just give it a try for a week. You could finish more work. Compare. You can just compare. Okay, this is my day when I let myself be distracted all day. At the end of the day, this is how much I accomplished. This is what time I leave the office versus this is what happens when I focus the 90 minutes and I'm in charge of my focus time. So I hope that this helps. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put there's a free time management course. I think it'll take you like 10 minutes, kind of outlining step by step how you can do this. And then after that, if you want to take the other course, like I said, it's less than $200, but you can take that course. It'll actually walk you through day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and actually help you to completely transform your law practice, completely help you to learn how to focus, how you can catch up on all your backlog, and how you can more or less stay ahead of the game and more importantly, leave the office at a good time so that you can have relaxing time, refreshing time for you to have with your family. It's very important that we make that a priority in our lives today. We are not human doings. And I know most of us, as I've been workaholics and we thrive on working. But when we take the time for personal, whatever that is, for personal fitness and health, when we take time for our families, we take time to enjoy time with our family, that we have time like date nights with our husbands or wives, when we make time for our children. Now we have a holistic life that can help you to thrive in your law practice, help you thrive emotionally, and even more, it will help you to thrive financially. You can thrive financially by allowing yourself to prioritize your focus time, your work time, and about you being in charge of your law practice instead of allowing interruptions, distractions, and minutia to steal you, rob your day of your productivity. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you next week.